Hi class, it's Miss Garza again, and I'm continuing to work on my personal narrative. Today I am going to add a senses challenge to my piece. I've already found the spot where I want to add that. And again, we are revising, we're adding, removing, moving, or substituting information. In this case, we will be adding a senses challenge. So I will read my piece. I'm not going to read it again, but go back and reread your piece. Look for a place that can add more details, and these are the details that we want to look for. We want to show every one of these senses if possible. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you smell? What did you feel? And what did you taste? And the fine print here says to try to add a variety of sentences so they don't all start with I. Certainly you may start with I for each one of those, and then you can combine sentences, or you can remove and change information to make it make more sense and to make it better. And also, you don't have to use every sense, but the more you can add, the better. The paragraph that I'm working in is the one where I get into the creek. And there are two parts that I need to go back to work on here. And there's something a little weird about this, so I will go back to address that. But where I'm adding the senses challenge is here where I wrote the creek. Yes, I know that is an incomplete sentence, but I want to keep it that way because I want you to focus on the creek. That's it. And then I add a gray creek. So I have a little bit of the senses challenge here of what I see. And I've got that described. So I need to go back and look a little bit. Maybe I want to add a little bit more. I saw more than a gray creek though. Okay, so what did I see? What did I hear? What did I smell? What did I feel? And what did I taste? I didn't taste anything there, obviously, because it was a really yucky creek. But that one won't make sense. I could taste fear, so to speak. So if I want to use it that way, I can. But I'm going to focus on the others. So I might want to add this here. So when I'm actually working on this, when I'm working on my draft, I would stop here, possibly here even, and then move on to enter the information that's on my post-it note and then come back up here. And then, of course, I could delete whatever I decided was not going to work after all. So I have Spartan team members gave us a boost. We started warming up and grinning until we came to a halt. What's the backup? We rounded the corner. And there it was, the creek, a gray creek. And what I saw people splashing into the mucky water. I heard people, or rather racers, because that's getting repetitive already, racers yelling, and some even cursed words I can't repeat. I smelled rotting I'm stuck here. I smelled rotting, decaying. It means the same thing. So here I'm going to put a squiggly line so I can go back and figure out which one I want. I smelled rotting fish with motor oil. That's how it smelled. I felt the freezing water grab my legs while the mud tried to drag me down. I felt the water quickly rise to my chest as I pulled my feet out of the sticky, muddy, I need a comma here, muddy creek bottom. I could go on here. I'm going to take a break and go back to reread what I have. I'm also going to make sure that I change the beginning of each of these sentences, because even though these words are different, they still sound similar in the way they begin. So I want to change that and make and vary it so it's different and it doesn't sound the same and repetitive there. So far this is what I have. I saw people splashing into the mucky water. I heard racers yelling and some even cursed words I can't repeat. I smelled rotting fish with motor oil. I felt the freezing water grab my legs while the mud tried to drag me down. I felt the water quickly rise to my chest as I pulled my feet out of the sticky, muddy creek bottom. So even here, if I get rid of some of these, completely get rid of them, you'll still see or hear or smell what I did. For example, here I felt, oh, I did that twice, which is fine. If I get rid of this one, you can still get the meaning of what I'm saying. So I'm going to draw one line through it because I might need those words back. The freezing water grabbed, now I need to change this, grabbed my legs while the mud tried to drag me down. Instead of leaving this I felt, I can put, capitalize my T now, for the water quickly rose to my chest as I pulled my feet out of the sticky, muddy creek bottom. So even though I got rid of these two beginnings, it actually made my piece better. And I did have to go back and change some of these words so they made better sense. So this is the Senses Challenge. I hope you can rise up to the occasion and take this challenge. You will succeed because it is not a hard thing to do. You just have to go back, take yourself back to that moment, try to remember as best as possible what you experienced there. Again, you may not use all of them. You may not use all 5 senses. If you use 2 or 3 of them, that's better than not using any at all. So go back, find a place where you can bring your reader to experience what you experienced, and be sure to bring your reader with you.